Everyone. I just wanted to make a video about what a legislator is and then how to find your legislator if you live in the state of Utah. And the reason being is that there are a lot of people who don't know what a legislator is or does or how to find them. And so just wanted to make a very short and simple video to help those of you who are asking these questions or searching. So I want to first start with what a legislator is. One of my favorite dictionaries is the Webster Dictionary, the 1828 edition. So if I put in legislator, it says a legislator is a lawgiver, one who makes laws for a state or community. That is the essential role of the legislator, is to make laws. Okay, so that is what a legislator is, one who makes laws. Now, if you live in the state of Utah, the fastest way to find who your legislators are is to go to LE. LE is short for legislature.utah.gov. This is the state's legislature website, government website for all things legislator. It's very user-friendly. I love this website. I've seen other states' legislator websites and they are a little bit more complicated to try and navigate. But this one's pretty simple. There are other links up here at the top that we could go over, but we'll do that another time. For today's purposes, we're just going to do now my legislator, how to find my legislator. And so we'll go to this link down here. It says my legislator, and we'll click on it. And you'll see that it has already pulled up my own legislators. So when you hear the term legislators, those who makes laws, there will be in the state, in Utah, I have one House of Representative, my representative, and then one senator, my senator. Okay, these, the names and pictures of my legislators are pulled up already because I have recently put in an address and they came up. But if you were to click, click on my legislators link, this is what would typically come up: is find my legislators and then 2 blank fields that are asking you for your address and then for your zip code. So what I'm going to do is put in another address to show you what that looks like. So we're going to put in 300 South 250 East 84111. Okay, so this is an address in Salt Lake. That it's a real address. I was trying to put in the address of a bakery, and it was the wrong address. Anyways, I'm glad that something popped up. So when I put in this address, these legislators came up. So if you live at 300 South 250 East with a zip code of 84111, these are your legislators. This would be your House Representative, Angela Romero, who is a Democrat who represents District 26, and then your senator would be Derek Kitchen, who is also a Democrat who represents District 2. Okay, those would be your legislators. These are the people in your district that make laws specific to where you live, okay, or to the state. So let's search again, and then we'll put in another address closer to me. So 2828 Harrison Boulevard, 84403. This is the address of Ogden High School. I don't live too far from Ogden High School, and so the same legislators as mine pop up. Okay, so because I don't live too far from Ogden High School. So my representative is Rosemary T. Lester. She's a Democrat representing District 10. That District 10 is my House of Representative district. And then Ann Milner is my senator. She's a Republican representing District 18. Okay. If I click on Rosemary's name or in that area, a little bit more information comes up about her. So like I said, she represents District 10. In 2020, there was another representative that was elected, but she had passed away shortly after she had been elected. So Rosemary Lester replaced her seat. So it gives a little bit more information: mailing address, phone number, and email. I don't think this is a home address. It's probably an office address. I haven't ever gone to somebody's address, but I assume that it would be like an office address. And then phone number and email. I'm just going to go back to Ann Milner's just to show you Ann's. So same thing with Ann. It gives phone number, the address, and the email. And phone number and email have been really helpful and important for me because during Utah's legislative session, which is going on right now, I will email and text Ann, as well as Rosemary, about bills that I have been following during the legislative session and how I feel about them, whether I'm for or against a certain bill. And then I ask them as their constituent, as an individual that they represent, to consider my position on these bills when they are voting on them in committee or voting on them when they're on the Senate or House floor. Also, these phone numbers and emails are really important just to keep in contact with them and to build a relationship and connection with them. My sister is really good at keeping in contact with her legislators and has just been a great example to me of the importance of that. And it's not because, they're always thinking about me when they're voting, but it does give them that reminder that, hey, I remember having a conversation with Tiana about, this issue or about this bill. And so, I'll remember what she said, and whether they vote for or against, what I was asking them to, it just brings a lot of peace of mind and peace of heart to know that your legislators are considering you, because they have a lot of people to consider. So it's just nice to know that you're not just a number to them, but that you have a face, you have a name, that you can communicate with them, you can go out to lunch with them, you can, talk on the phone with them, all of that. So that is how to find your legislator in the state of Utah. I hope that was helpful.